I think it's fair to say, Juan, while you sometimes are a critic of the president, on this panel you are most often the person who at least defends his actions. Can you defend his decision to ask Eric Holder to investigate and review Eric Holder's actions?
Well, I think the first thing to say is that Republicans have been hammering Eric Holder, and I think that hammer is Eric Holder's language, his own, to go after the leaks. That they have wanted him to pursue leaks that had to do with how bin Laden was killed, to secret prisons, to the attack on the cyber network in Iran that the U.S. had launched. Why is all this information flowing from the Obama White House? Is Obama trying to glamorize himself? All that. That came from Republicans, and it has been something that the Bush administration started, and it has been continued with a vengeance, to everyone's surprise, by this administration. In direct response to your question, Chris, Eric Holder did not conduct the probe that led people to somehow come to the madhouse conclusion that James Rosen is somehow a co-conspirator, is somehow to be suspected.
Wait a minute, was that not in the FBI affidavit seeking?
He signed the affidavit as Attorney General of the United States. He did not conduct the probe. So the question is, how do you go at something so that you would come to the conclusion that a working reporter with a long-standing, excellent career in Washington is somehow now involved in espionage? That's the question.
Well, but the problem is that it went to Holder, and he okayed it.
He okayed the work of his investigators, and so now, as the Attorney General...
You're saying he's not ultimately responsible as the head man of the Justice Department,
that's why he's
personally signed off on this?
That's what he signed off on. The question is to go back and look at the work of the investigators.
I understand that, but if he signed off on it, how can he investigate it?
Because now is an opportunity, and he's the exact right person as Attorney General of the United States, to see what prosecutors did and how they came to this conclusion.
Well, wasn't he supposed to see all that before he signed off on the affidavit?
You can't see everything. I mean, what he did was to say these are good people and he trusts his people. Now it's time for someone, including him.
I don't know whether you don't know whether he said whether he said anything like that or not. What you do know is, and what we all know is, that when that affidavit came to him, rife with assertions that this reporter doing his job was acting in a criminal way, he okayed it.
No, what we know is in the AP case, for example, he recused himself. Hang on a second. Let me finish. He recused himself in that case because he was a potential leaker.
I understand that, but
in this case, in the Rosen case, he had nothing to do with it. All he was doing was signing an affidavit sent to him by his underlings.
All right, we have to take a break here. I'm going to give an early tease and say, Panel Plus, we will continue this discussion because we obviously aren't done with it. When